Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Day 9. I am so Day 9, I even wear a shirt with my name on it. It is Day 9 Daily, number 339. It is currently Monday, August 15th. And it's time to learn to be a better gamer, except on Mondays where we dick around. Yes, I love Mondays. Today's topic is to do a 2v2 where you and your ally split between air and ground. Only one of you may do the flying units and only one of you may do the ground units. That includes detectors. That is correct. And by the way, there's someone very special I would like everyone to congratulate. My dearest friend in the whole wide world, Cambria. It is her birthday coming up. I'm not going to tell you specifically the date because I don't know, that just makes me feel weird. But I'd like to wish her an extra special happy birthday because she is the most awesome person in the whole world. Like, first of all, let me note, look at the sort of presents she gives me. Look at the sort of presents she gives me. It's a trophy that says Hottest Pro Gamer. It's a trophy. Who gets this? Hey, Huck, you want DreamHack? Enjoy some money. Look at this bad boy. Oh, yeah. Cambria is the shit. You know who got me Manfred? Yeah, that's right. When I was 22, she gave me that filthy, overly loved bunny. Yes. She sends me cards like this. Look at this. It says, if we were in prison, I'd watch your back. I would totally shiv someone if they dissed you. Oh my God, this is, just listen to this wonderful person. I saw this and thought, if there were a person in this world I would shiv for, it would be you, Sean. You are such a wonderful friend, always cheerfully supportive and encouraging. You are so warm and have a talent for lighting up everyone around you. Love, Cambria. I have like 40 of these. I get them in the mail, and the amazing thing is that she sends me, I have 25 cards with different chickens on it. I don't know why. She's into chickens. She thinks they're great. And she finds a huge amount of chicken cards. And on the back of all the cards is always the name of the chicken. Like the Swedish white-crested buff hen. And these are the names that for my future girlfriend, I want to be like, come here, my little Swedish white-crested buff hen. And I don't know if that's going to push her away. But I just want to do it. Because I'm so inspired by how awesome Cambria is. So happy birthday to you. The whole StarCraft community should know that you're awesome. She was actually on a daily at one point. I don't remember which one it was, but she exists. Ha! Ha! Let's go in to Funday Monday, my little white-crested buff hens. My little sweet northern ridge spotted roosters. Let's jump directly in to our introductory game of today's Funday Monday. It is going to be with odd infinite, something like that. Geoprow. And in the top right, we have Wolverine, the most renowned X-Men character known to man. And if you try to convince me that it's Cyclops or Dr. Jean Grey, I'm going to ask you, does a mall rat eat chili fries? God, I hope you got that reference. God, I hope you did. In the top right corner we have, or in the top left we have the sound being enabled. We have little Ben the Mex, little Ben the Mex, little Bentham X. Either way, he is some super ultra cool rapper name like Slow Fade or like Twisty Knobs. Yeah, what up, Big Twisty? Geo Pro. In the bottom left, these two fine gentlemen at the bottom left, as you will note, have not yet declared that they will be doing the air-ground split. That was one of the requirements of Funday Monday, but that is fine. There you go. We now know that Geoprow is going for air-ground. And of course, Lil Bentham X just says tanks. But he's Zerg. Notice the metagaming going on by Little Bentham X. The most incredibly oddly named person ever. He's trying to throw people off. So this game is going to be fairly straightforward. We're going to go ahead and jump right into it just to show the sort of out-of-the-box thinking that can happen when one player is going ground and one player is going air. And of course, everything does indeed count. Overseers count. The only thing that doesn't is Overlords because I'm a nice guy. Roachhorn going down by Odd Infinite. We see these players walling themselves in. We see Lil Bentham That little thug making himself as many a hatch as he can and realizing, oh no, a big push is coming. So because people love reading strategy guides, they will do things like go double robotics facility. Liar! You're not going tanks. No tanks. No big deal. We're just going to contaminate everything. Why don't you build some immortals to try to defend against it? And again. Come on, get him. Yeah. Contaminating at the last second. Very good. A Zealot tries to come out, but of course, when your opponents don't actually make too much stuff, it's likely not going to be that difficult, but Wolverine has left the game. Though his limbs may be broken, he will heal up to be absolutely fine. There's your basic intro game, and I thought that some of you might find that a little dry. So we are choosing an even more epic game to look at. It's going to be one, where is it? There it is. Where you're going to have to get a little bit creative if you want to step outside the box. I always keep hitting Control-N now to try to open up the names. And they don't really come up in a 2v2 because it would completely clutter the whole screen. Although I think that would be awesome if Blizzard implemented all the overlays for like all the massive team games. So every time you hit Control-N, it would be like cover up the whole top of the screen. You look at like the units and workers kill tab, you look like 8 of those bars coming up. Every time you played, it would just look like Excel. And who doesn't love Excel? You guys love Excel? Actually, I'm going to go on a tangent. Awesome. Did you guys... well, I don't know how old the demographic who's watching right now is. I'm 25. Holy crap, I am 1/4 of a century old. Sweet. Anyways, they ever teach you things in like elementary school and high school that just like don't make any sense anymore? Like in high school, when I was a senior in high school, they taught me how to format a floppy disk. One of these things, one of those things that you like push in. Oh my gosh, you don't even understand how rewarding that felt. Pushing in a VHS tape. Oh my god. Like the CD is just like, you kind of set it on there, you push a button, it kind of goes back in. Like let me just describe the difference between pushing a floppy disk into the drive bay or pushing that VHS tape into the tape deck is the difference between eating food and then just injecting the applesauce directly into your bloodstream. I don't really think, like, oh man, you should totally come here, try this Red Bull. It's like, oh, I love having wings. Like that, it doesn't quite work the same way. And they also taught me how to format it, which I don't really know. It's like, now, if you run out of data on, like, the 1.4 megabytes, do you even know what a megabyte is? Do you even understand? I mean, it doesn't make sense in any other context. It's not like in 1950s they would run, like, 10-centimeter races or anything like that. With the floppy disk, 1.4 megabytes, you can store, like, 4 replays on there. The replays for Funday Monday today would not fit on one of those. But my high school taught me how to format it. Awesome. Touch typing skills? Those actually are important because that will allow you the incredible ability of macro management, spamming like crazy. There's now Captain Awesome in the bottom right. Captain Awesome will be starting off his dessert pieces. There's Hawkeye. It is Monday. Aw, yeah, and do. Hawkeye, I'm making ground stuff. Captain Awesome, all air, all the time from me. Soriac, the enemies. And Aquadu. Awesome. They're going to be doing the infamous double scout, so they can double check everything that's in the opponent's base. They're going to be building probes. Hey, look at our ramp. I'm not sure what Hawkeye's referring to, but we do have the gateway. Oh, the gateway forge now being planted at the front of the base. Everything's looking quite reasonable. Hawkeye, on the other hand, is going to be doing the double barracks. But, of course, as we come back, we note that, once again, Captain Awesome is doing the air stuff. Hawkeye's doing that ground stuff. Now, I'm sure for many of you, playing at the Masters and High Grandmaster level probably was very difficult because every single human being known to man does indeed do that mass-like Zergling, Stalker, Ultra, Hellion, Blue Flame, try to end the game as quickly as possible. But when you're playing a little bit less than that, you do get the players who rush to early expand in a 2v2 on a map where you have not one, but two backdoor. Well, I guess three, because here's a backdoor, there's a backdoor, and this is actually a backdoor. You can actually slip things in there. I don't really know why Blizzard hates you to have expansions in 2v2. Like, let me just vent for a moment. Blizzard does not want you to expand ever. Ever. Like, what is this? Like, you start out, you have a ramp that is so big, if motherships had wheels, you still couldn't create a wall off to block it from squeezing up. And then they have like a backdoor here, and one at the opposite end of the screen, and a little hole here so you can slip around, and your two expansions have another ramp that's basically bigger than the first ramp. And I know you're probably saying, yeah, it's the exact same size. This is gigantic, even with like every single building available. Well, he just slips right on up. No problem at all. He's going to spot everything that's going on. They're doing the double-double expand. They're annoyed that their wall-off did not indeed work, but Hawkeye has a plan. We're going to see some insane aggression incoming. The Ghost Academy. I see what you did there. Captain Awesome. Captain Awesome. I don't really have anything to say to you. Ghost Academy going down. This, of course, always excites me when people just decide to build whatever thing that they want. Try to do dat mad aggressions. And, of course, the top Protoss players still trying to discover any way that they can to wall off one of the many entrances. And, of course, you'll note the blue ping saying there's nothing they can do about that because you expanded and Blizzard would never, ever, ever want you to do that. But it's a little bit hard when Captain Awesome's trying to do the Funday Monday strat, go for that air unit. Hawkeye transitioning into mass supply block, but no, Ghosts will be incoming, and an engineering bay. In Camp Protoss up north, they decide they need yet another forge so that way they can split the burden of cannons between the two of them. Both of them chrono boosting, plenty O units. Oh yes, the ever infamous Stargate going down, because if there is one unit that is the most newbie friendly unit ever, it is the Void Ray. Don't worry, we're going to see plenty of those. Plenty and plenty. Oh my god, 3 Mutalisks! The 3 Mutalisk harass can be repelled by... Micro! Can be repelled by anything, but they have seemed to find a hole in the defense and they lose one. But we do see... Oh, did he really... It isn't every day you see this. This is the best part about 2v2s. Here comes Hawkeye. And ladies and gentlemen, we have an EMP on cannons! Yeah! And Hawkeye trying to incorporate Micro into his play. The trio of Mutalisks popping right out the gate with dat aggression. Who'd have thought that with an entrance over here, an entrance over here, a backdoor where you can slip in here and hit the back of these minerals, that by walling off the front, they still lose to a direct attack right there. Soriok taking himself some damage. Hawkeye getting in the thick of things. A single Phoenix emerges, and keep in mind, a single Phoenix can kill as many Mutalisks as it wants with proper Micro. Captain Awesome continuing to send Mutalisks 3 at a time, my god, upgrading to 4. Soriok receiving dat damage. And the double Phoenix in production. With continued aggressive Micro, in a circumstance we have never seen before. The double Protoss who double expand. Oh my god, the probes! That is such... overkill. There's these poor, hapless, defenseless probes, and you're really going to EMP them? Do you really need to do that? The cutest unit in the game. Let me actually just show you what a probe looks like. Look at this bottom. Have you ever just taken the moment to stare at a probe? Look at him. He's just sort of floating around. He has a huge fat nose. Oh, he's scanning things. He's so cute. Oh my god, seriously, if I ever have kids and they're like, Daddy, Daddy, I want a dog, I'm going to be like, I fucking hate dogs. And by the way, just for the record, maybe it was cats I don't like. Look, I don't like cats. Let me just talk about my future daughter that I hate. Right, this is the annoying thing about cats that there will be a cat that will literally be right here, like just out of arm's reach. I'll be like, come here, I want to pet you, I want to pet you, because I feed you and keep you alive so you don't have to go into an environment where there's predators trying to fucking kill you all the time. And I had this orange cat named Ozzy. And I'd be like, come here, Ozzy, come here, Ozzy, Ozzy, come here, Ozzy, come here. And you know what my cat would do? He would do this all the time. He literally, quite literally would go... He would make eye contact, and then he'd look away. And he would purr when he looked away. That's almost an ability that I want to do, where I can be at a tournament, and I'm up against my mortal enemy, and he says GG, and as he stands up, I'm rewatching the replay, and I'm just purring, just enjoying. Wouldn't that just be so brutal? Oh, that would be so good. But let me come back to my daughter that doesn't exist yet. If my daughter was like, Daddy, I want a cat. Like, no, I'm not. We're not getting an animal, because if it's your responsibility to keep it alive, it's probably going to die, and I don't want it to be my responsibility to keep alive, because I'm always worried I'm going to step out of bed and like land right on its head and kill it right there on the spot. But if my daughter wanted a probe... Yes, are you kidding me? Look at this probe. It even regenerates its own health when I don't feed it, right? It's this cute, defenseless, hapless little thing. It doesn't even have any arms. It just has wings, a giant flat nose, and he's fat. And Hawkeye EMPs this poor, hapless, defenseless creature. I mean, come on. It's like if your cat's acting up, you just, you put a leash on it or something and it calms down. You don't, like... hire a hitman to bash its knees out while it's napping Hawkeye. But of course, Hawkeye makes for some entertaining 2v2s, so he's taking out the Immortal. Phoenixes now sweeping in to do some damage. They lift a single Marine, and with Dat Micro going to be pulling back, the Void Ray. The most scrub-friendly unit being produced. We do have, it looks like, one Immortal and one Gateway unit at a time coming down the ramp, but with Micro. Hawkeye retreats with those ghosts. And it looks like the continued Ghost Marine pressure from Hawkeye is being so totally kick-ass. Somehow Hawkeye only has 23 workers, but you know what? We don't beat him up for it because this is awesome. Single Ghost dies. But the continued attacking. Corruptor's moving forward. Hawkeye trying to get into position. And he hits with another EMP. There's absolutely no energy on anything except almost all of them. And of course the nuke for good measure. Because if you want Funday Monday to work, you're going to have to probably nuke at least a couple of times. And Soriok now getting himself in a good position. Continuing to re-macro up. Standard, standard, standard. We have a stunning finish coming up, as all would happen in the introductory game. And as we do see, the Mutal is cleaning up the rightmost base. The double Overseer, which is fine. He's allowed to make DAT air units. And there's the ping. What on earth could you be pinging? I have an idea. Come on, hang in there, Hawk would do. Oh, Hawkeye trying to get in good position, and he's attacking the air units with his Phoenixes as they were designed to do, and despite the fact that a Void Ray Phoenix army is probably going to get decimated, DAT probes, look, they're just probes. Hawkeye, would you nuke your cat if it wouldn't come over and pet you? I know Hawkeye would, and I know I would too, because my cat is an asshole. He never comes... I have, never gotten the chance to pet my cat when I want to. He just shows up on my face in the middle of the night and is like, pulling at my hair like a jerk. Stupid Aussie cat. I'm like all torn up about this. So we do see Aquadu get cleaned up. And of course, you're getting nuked. It's no big deal. Day 9 said Santa's not real. Something that I will never, ever let slip ever again. The tragedy that occurred in last Funday Monday will never be forgotten. We're going to go into a brief break, and when we hop into part 2, we're going to see a variety of strats that people have been incorporating into the air, ground, Funday Mondays. So whatever you do not go anywhere, because I certainly will not be going anywhere. I will be doing part 2 of Funday Monday right after this.